All right, guys, I'm here live with the Splinterlands TV crew, and I'm going to be doing something that was requested for me to start trying to do again, but it's going to be a little tough to do on time. When the town hall isn't on Monday night, though, I am going to try to do it before we actually go live. That way, I'll have my town hall recap out, and then we'll go into our Into the Splinterverse show. If you didn't watch the most recent show, we had Dwayne on here. Baby Omega had to leave after 30 minutes, and me and Dwayne had a pretty long talk about kind of the macro crypto world, besides talking about land and a lot of other things. It was a really, really fun chance to get to sit and talk with him for about an hour and 15 minutes. But let's go ahead and get over here and we'll get into the town hall recap. Now, this town hall was a very interesting one, and the recap is actually going to be a little bit shorter because if you really want to know what happened, you need to watch them play with land for a long time. So we'll start at the beginning. Though they went through with the release that came out this week, so we had the fourth C-Rec came into the game, so that the update basically made sure that he came into the game. I got pretty lucky. My claim group was supposed to get 41. We got 55 with 2 golds, so we finally did really good, and we're going to get a pretty good little DEC payout from that, which is cool, except for me because I bought 5 additional ones off of the group. But I'll get a refund of some of that DEC coming back to me because, you know, we share the profit that we get based on how many packs everybody bought. There's a timer. The timer for additional energy purchases now resets at the same time as the focus each day. It was kind of weird that didn't, because there was a couple times where it kind of worked to my advantage because I bought some energy and then I was working on it daily. I was having a really hard time and I bought a little bit more, and then I paid 500 again all of a sudden when it's supposed to go up, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. The day hasn't ended yet. And then I know that they were resetting it at a different time. They said they were putting in rolling a new daily focus. Oh, no, that's right. They're not putting that in yet. But rolling a new daily focus will no longer reset your focus points. He said, as the timer no longer resets when you do it, the changes make sense. That it doesn't change if you re-roll it during the middle, and that can be kind of good because sometimes, like, you can do your claim, you can come into the game. Like right now, I'm on a disable, but I don't really like disable. But let's say I wasn't paying attention, I came and I played a game and I won. Then if I wouldn't want to hit new focus because I'd already have like this many rewards points and I don't want to lose those. Well, now you won't lose those anymore. So I haven't tried it yet, but hopefully that's working properly. If they added it into the game, haven't heard about them taking it out. They cleaned up some text with some different links. They also did a hot fix prior to release into the game, but they said nothing that they currently actually added. So Weirdbeard, the very big announcement is the battle helper that I've been proving is basically dominating Modern right now is going to be banned as of next Tuesday. So they gave us the 1 week notice that this week is going to be the last week we're allowed to use it within the game, because next week the terms of service will be updated when they do the update on Tuesday. So when we log into the game, we're going to have to agree to the new terms of service. Now, Weirdbeard did actually join the stream I did on Monday night, and he was talking to us a little bit about this when we brought it up, because I was talking about how good Battle Helper is and everything like that. They said they're not going to be so much trying to look for the accounts that are using it early on. They're going to be working with all the people that they know provide it and make sure that they're not providing it to us anymore for Modern. And as long as they can basically work with the providers of the bot and get them to stop providing to us, or the Battle Helper, I should say, that should curtail about 80 to 90% of the problem. After that, if there's only about maybe 10 to 15 or 20% of the people who are still trying to use a form of Battle Helper that they have access to on private, he said they will be trying to look into that, and they have a person that is doing that, and it's the same person who's basically assigned to banning accounts. And we found out during the question and answer phase of the town hall that they've banned over 12 accounts with a chuckle. So it's probably a lot more than 12 accounts have been caught as banned as botters in Modern, which is kind of interesting. We do have a Ghost Caller tournament coming up. This would be this next week when he said on Monday. So I don't know. I have to go check. Maybe we'll check the tournament thing in a moment to see when that is, because I haven't actually signed up for it yet. And did a little update on Soulkeep. Basically, Investigator did say that they've looked at the code. They've got a good feel for it now. They're going to do some enhancements, because basically, instead of running this on Double Coconut servers, it's going to be run on servers that they own. Since it's run on servers that they own, it's going to be a lot easier for the databases to talk to each other. And so it should make for the game to run a bit smoother once it is out and playable again. So that is kind of exciting, that at least by them fully taking it over and bringing the code in-house, it should make the game run a little better. Let me just double check with the chat. Yeah, the other thing that we got teased, and Silent Riot is remembering this, is that we're going to get vouchers, re-rolls, and voucher discounts on energy. So they didn't call this out here, and because it's not officially coming into the game yet, but he did say they are working on adding in very soon that you can re-roll your focus a second time to try to get a focus that you're better at, or that your deck is better at doing, with a voucher or a certain amount of vouchers. We don't know. It might be similar to how you buy energy today with DEC, but then if you want to re-roll again, you have to pay, maybe it's 1 voucher, then 2, then 4, then 6, kind of, or 8, double it each time or something like that. That would be kind of interesting. It would escalate quite quickly if you really wanted to try to get that fire quest. But the other thing is, if you want to buy extra energy now, you're going to be able to use vouchers to get a discount. We don't know how big the discount's going to be, but there's a lot more use case for vouchers. We could see vouchers at least have less sell pressure in the near future if people decide to hold them and start using them for those two things. Yeah, and those of us who've stacked a lot of vouchers, Canada, you have a chance to start using them for something if you wanted to. Silent Riot, you're right. We have to have somewhere to spend those. Okay, so then the next part of the town hall was a land walkthrough. If you didn't watch it yet, you'll want to maybe go and watch it at kind of a faster speed. There were some errors, but it was not errors because of what they have built. It was errors because they were on the QA server. The QA server is a much smaller server with smaller resources. And so they were getting errors that basically it wasn't processing blocks fast enough. It didn't have the best look, but then maybe the other guys stopped using it when they realized what they were doing to Weirdbeard, and it started to run a little bit smoother. And he was able to show us everything. He was able to stake monsters to land, buy power cores, buy grain, do claims. He showed us the page where the grain timer was ticking up and counting up. He showed us how the collection power was going to be showed. He showed us how you could stake monsters to this. He also had to open packs and level up cards and do all these different things that he did. But what was very interesting about watching all of this is you could tell when he went into there, he was not a professional. He didn't really have everything down pat. He didn't have his cards leveled and ready to go. He didn't have all the grain he needed. He didn't have this or that, but he bought grain. He bought time crystals. He staked monsters. He did all of this stuff live. He was fumbling a little bit at times, it almost seemed, but that shows you that even somebody who's maybe not perfectly dialed in is going to be able to use these menus and get through and get everything done. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. And then, but it took him a long time. It was a long part of the town hall, and that's why this town hall recap's going to be a little bit quicker, because other than them doing that in Giant Recon, they just really went into question and answers. Now, unfortunately, in the town hall recap, we did get these. They don't really do question and answers, so it's relying on us to watch them and give you a good feel for what was in there. Now, there was an interesting video that was out from Dwayne. Our Rebellion pack's going to be $10 and only 5 million packs. It was kind of a clickbaity title, but somebody in the town hall asked a question to Aggie. Hey, has the marketing team thought at all about maybe if Rebellion packs should cost $10 per pack and only have 5 million packs to make the assets more valuable and very rare? And he kind of scoffed at that, but he gave us like just a little bit of color that any kind of decisions on the final price of those packs and the amount of those packs will not be made until closer to those packs actually being released, because a lot of the market sentiment of what's going on in crypto is going to be determined on how many packs they sell. I don't know if it's going to determine the price. I don't think they'd go up to $10. I think we're at 5 for Rift Watcher packs, so maybe we're going to see $5 Rebellion packs. But since the current modern set is Rebellion, Chaos Legion was $4 a pack, I'm leaning towards they're going to stay at $4 a pack, but they could do something like $5 a pack and maybe give you a quarter discount for each voucher you turn in when you buy a pack or something like that, as opposed to making you use a voucher for every pack you buy, like in Rift Watchers. They could do some kind of thing like that, so they're giving vouchers a quarter value if you want to use them over there. It's kind of funny to see all these different values for vouchers in different areas, because eventually, if vouchers ever went up in value a lot, nobody would use them for that purpose anymore because they'd be worth too much money, which is kind of funny. Yeah, Canada. You're right. Dwayne totally got a lot of people with that thumbnail, right? You're like, oh my God, $10 packs. But that was a funny little question and answer section. There wasn't a lot of other things that came from the question and answer thing. We didn't get a lot of information out of them because basically Aggroed, a lot of it, he just decided to punt. He just decided to say, hey, land is coming. Land is the most important thing. Maybe the chat can remind me, did any of you... Jabby's making a funny thing. When 1.5 go live? He's been at work. Not yet. It's not here yet, Jabby. But the basic thing was just saying, like, hey, we're focusing on land. We're focusing on land. We're focusing on land. I'm not going to tell you when we're going to do anything else until land 1.5 is out. And so, unless anybody else who actually watched the town hall in the chat remembers anything else. Now, the one nice thing that he did go over is that most of the big things that were holding them back from putting this on MAV are updated. So they said they need six more bugs need to be fixed before it goes to the MAD server, and that's last time they had like 4 areas of bugs. So hopefully they're gonna get this onto MAV. If I had to guess, if they don't do it this week, maybe they'll announce that it can go into MAV on the next town hall if they're close. I don't know if they would have done this walkthrough if they're not close, but let's face it. The cat's out of the bag. Those two don't really know how close the devs are because they told us it was going to be on maps over a month ago, and it's not there yet. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. We did get this cool Soulkeep banner. I can't wait till we can start opening our packs and playing the games. That should be pretty interesting. And then obviously we did have the clip of the week. Congratulations to the winners. I know I won this once upon a time when I used to do more entertaining streams, but not anymore. And I'm only here once a week now. I keep watching, guys, for another time during the week where maybe I could try to grab a stream, but they keep on opening up. The only windows that are opening up are either at like 3 or 4 in the morning when I can't stream, or 3 or 4 in the afternoon when I'm still at work. So maybe you'll get a second show from me. And when at some point, I just didn't want to do them on the weekend anymore. Oh yeah, I'd be fine with one more pushback on the time. Silent Riot. When land comes out, it's fine, and I'm getting a chance to pick up cheaper DEC right now. That's what I'm doing with my Share Your Battle post earnings and stuff like that. So that should be just fine. But we're going to end the video here on the Town Hall recap. I hope you guys appreciated this shorter recap besides the really long video that we do with Baby Omega on Monday nights.